because Scott has got some elephants having a mud bath just to the north of where we are now. So let's head across to there and I will catch up to you a little bit later.
Welcome back, everyone, and very happy to see that we have caught the end of these elephants having an almighty mud wallow. I'm hoping they're going to continue. One of the youngsters was literally ice skating. It's so slippery. Let's see if it doesn't slip into this pit again. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm sure Sandy in Indiana will be happy to see that there are some larger animals on screen. She wasn't enjoying the bugs and the insects too much. Sandy, it's not always easy to find all the big animals. We don't have them on tap like a zoo, so we make do with whatever we can in between. But please don't feel like we are hiding anything from you. These animals get to roam huge distances, and moments like this are not happening around every corner. Listen to this, they're churning up the mud with their feet. You'll be able to hear that clearly, and then they're going to roll themselves around in it. Look, watch the calf trying to get out here. It's probably going to slip and slide. This is so cool. And there's more elephants approaching from the north. Another beautiful big cow. This one calf on the far right looks like it's a little bit apprehensive. I don't think it knows quite what to do with this mud wallow. Look at this. Oh, look at this big cow. She's really going for it. Crazy. I have to get my camera out. This is too good. And I'll fire off a few snaps.
I've got mud on me.
Did you get mud on you? Liam got a piece of mud on his face. We're probably like 10 meters away. That gives you an idea of the power of that elephant. Well, the one right in the center of the shot, oh no, it just pooped on its friend's eye. It whacked a piece of poop falling out of its rear end straight into the eye of that youngster. He doesn't seem too concerned. Kind of the elephants that are not performing. Oh, look at the one right at the back on the left. Liam, it's sitting on its bottom. Now it's lying on its side. It's hard to see because the big cow's in the way. Here we go. This is wonderful. Look at how cute this is. Watch it slipping and sliding here. Oh, oh, oh. That was awesome. And it's not over yet. Seems like the youngsters are now going to have their turn. Imagine how soothing it must be to throw this cool mud over their warm bodies and slurp around it and slide around in it. I'm almost tempted to do it after them. It's heating up quite drastically every minute that goes by.
So,
Yep.
the squirrel been going for...
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, that's true, Wiem. I've just tuned into it now. Viem's heard a squirrel. It's been alarmed since we arrived, so we're going to head off and have a closer look once these elephants have finished dust bathing, or mud wallowing rather. But of course, there's no ways we're going to be leaving this sighting just yet, but certainly worth bearing in mind that is the squirrel that could see something like a leopard possibly, or any other predator. Oh, this youngster, it is covered in mud from the tip of the trunk to the tip of its tail, and it's running back to its mother, and I'm glad it is, because you can see she's actually just started dust bathing. So covering her body with a fine film of dust that's going to stick to her wet body. Oh, Vim, you might have to go back to the ones in the wallow. Sorry, it's complicated. She was lying down, trying to cover as much of her body as she can. It's all happening though. Oh, look at that. You can really feel the enjoyment that these elephants are going through at the moment. Their body language really does tell a great story. And I think it's quite infectious. You can't help but be in a good mood when watching these animals rolling around in the mud as they have been. Here we go again. Oops. Well, they're doing a pylon all of a sudden, it looks like. Look at this. Incredible. Well, thanks very much to Beverly on Twitter for your kind words, saying that you find every safari with us superb, and we appreciate those positive remarks. Thank you. Uh-oh, I think I'm going to have to reposition ever so slightly. I can see some potentially wonderful action unfolding from quite close by, and I think we'll be able to still show you the mud wallow from where I also want to show you what else is going on. Look at this now. Keep on them, Vim. I'm just going to creep very slowly into a slightly new spot. Yeah, actually a little bit better. We're slightly elevated here, and this way we can also, if need be, swivel across to the other elephants nearby. VM's squirrel is still alarm calling. I wonder what's in that tree, but time will tell. I'm not sure where to look, but let's try and stay with this large female. Her calf's about to start breakdancing, it looks like, on the ground to her left. Look at this. Maybe I just need to creep forward another meter or so. Sorry, Mommy, didn't need to bother you. But it looks like the other members are now moving up from the mud wallow. This is the individual that had its friend poop on its eye. The one in front. And some are feeding around us. So the last two that you can see in the wallow. Oh, this could be good. Young bulls often will try and prove themselves to us. Look at the tail held outright like that. If that was your bigger older elephant, we would have taken a lot more attention to the way they held out their tail horizontally. It's a good indicator that elephants are a bit worked up, but when it's youngsters like that, you've got nothing to worry about. They're just showing off. Let's swivel across onto the right. VM's already on it. And I'm probably just going to creep forward another meter or two. There we go. This youngster's having a little bit of a breather, rolling around in the dust. What a wonderful, wonderful sighting. And there's a flood of messages coming through saying how much you're all loving this. Dee, Anna Marie, Christy, just to name a couple. And again, we love hearing your feedback, especially when you're enjoying yourselves like this. And how can you not be? What an awesome sighting. These parrots flying over that you can hear screeching. There they go, brown-headed parrots. We hear them often. We sadly don't get to show you them as often as we would like to. Okay, well, that has been wonderful, and I think the best moments have come and gone with these elephants. We can always return to this area, but I would like to just creep forward about 50 meters or so to see if there's any sign of a predator where we heard the tree squirrel alarming. And while we go and do that, we're going to send you across to a beautiful tree called the torchwood tree. Enjoy, and we'll see you later.
It's not quite a tree, but it is my first leopard tortoise of the season. And I'm so excited. I love these guys. Look at him go. Hey, buddy. Oh, I love watching them move. Quite a big one. Oh, coming to us. Not quite as big as a torchwood tree. Look at him eat. Look at him munching away. With that sharp little beak mouth. Oh, devoured. Whole grass stem gone. The way his neck stretches out like that. Whoop. All gone. Awesome. What's next on the menu? Oh. You haven't swallowed yet, buddy. Oh, you're going to come right into the car. Oh. That wasn't the way you were meant to go. Oh dear. Well, Jandra and myself wait for our tortoise to come back out from under the car. I promise you that was not the direction originally going, and he's obviously decided that we possibly even make for some good shades. Can you still see him, Jandra? Is he there? You gonna go under the car? Yeah. Well, our tortoise was making his way down this path, but so exciting to see them out and about. Now what I'd love to do is go and see whether it's a male or a female, but at the moment, because I don't rely on the rains coming, I'm not going to go and disturb him, because what they do when they are disturbed is they excrete water from an organ known as a bursa. So I don't want to in any way disturb him, because there's just not enough chance or not enough evidence that it's going to rain and he's going to have the access to water that he or she needs, especially if it's a she and she needs that water to lay her eggs. So whilst we sit here and wait for our friend to decide what it's going to do under my wheels, and we could be here a while depending on how fast it decides to move, let's head back across to Scott. I'm glad we got to show you that wonderful image. I'm so excited about having my first tortoise of the season. I'll catch up with you a little bit later.